It's time for the air show. 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 Yeah. All right. So today I want to talk about the band I started with is the Yes Men, and I met them probably about let's see, it's been a while, 4 years, guess. So I was playing in another band, and we were a cool band. We were a band called Mouthful of Creatures. And man, I love that band. Man. We had some good songs, and we did a cover for we did a cover for um for Queen. Oh man, my favorite song, man, my favorite song. Um, God, what's the name of that song? Uh, 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 Dragon Attack. Dragon Attack. And a lot of people don't know that song, man, for Queen, dude. It's bad, you know. So uh, I played with this band called MOK and Mouthful of Creatures. And my buddy, man, he has some good. He had a lot of good songs, man. Unfortunately, he was like me. He was alcoholic. I like, you know, we're we're alcoholics sometimes. So, uh, man, the songs are great and everything like that. We did a bunch of gigs, but a lot of bands they experience it too. Uh, I was alcoholic, and I've always been alcoholic. It don't matter. My boy, the leader of the band, oh man, he was a true alcoholic. So after like two concerts we did, and he was too drunk to remember the songs or even the words he wrote. I said, dude, I'm never gonna play with you anyway. So in that period of time, uh, uh, we got to do a couple of gigs, we're in Houston, and at the White Swan. And so my old band, I love it, man, but it'll never happen, and it's crazy. But so I met the Yes Men band, and the first thing that intrigued me about the Yes Men band was that they had this cool song called "The Saudi King," and I love it because they had this cool beat that was beat to like it was a cool beat that like camels riding on the damn sand and stuff like that. So man, it was great, and that's how I met Hopper, and got to know them, and they like our band, and Mouthful of Creatures, man, was the best band ever. But my boy just couldn't quit drinking. He's in Lebanon right now, serving detox time or whatever. Anyway, so the one song that really intrigued me about the Yes Men was that the Saudi King song, and so uh, it it was had that cool beat, man. And I was like, I loved it, and I loved it because, man, it went against well, hey, man, it went against. It was pretty cool because I loved it because I was a dumbass to go for George Bush anyway, and it was anti-Bush, and then I said, oh hell yeah, because I know how that. Anyway, so. But anyway, getting back to the band and all that doing. So, but that song, man, really, it really got me into the band, and so uh, yeah, it evolved. And I remember the it was a 4-piece band, and they had one guitarist named Gary. Gary actually is from Australia, and he Australia, and he talk Australian. So, uh, the dude was a badass guitarist, and still is today. I wish I don't know. I don't know when he's coming back to the States. Anyway, um, man, his guitar style, uh, you know, it built up the Yes Man sound, and which was really cool. And so, me as a very flexible drummer, man, I was like, man, I like their sounds, but I can make it better, and I did. And we did it, and we hadn't, really recorded, but I learned how to work with their music and work for and from my short experience of being about a 30-year-old drummer, the experience paid off, playing with country bands in Virginia and stuff. So what started out when I uh, uh, broke up with My Fellow Creatures, and then I uh, uh, oh, Yes Man needed a drummer. So hey, they called me up. Hey man, can you come practice with us? Well, we're having problems with drummers and stuff. I said, that's cool, man. And what really happened was that I fit the band, you know. And then what really happened was that we, even though it started out with the 4-person band and with Gary, okay, it was great, man. It sounded great, everything was great, and then Gary had to move back to Australia, so man, then it was me and the handful and everything like that, and we went through bass, players, and we ended up with Colin, and but don't get me wrong, the other bass player, oh man, I can't remember his name. I'm fucking stupid. Anyway, so uh it worked, and my drum skills worked with the songs that they had, and so it worked out great, and then eventually we we got to no, and it ended up being a 3-man band, and we tried another fourth. It wouldn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. So uh it worked with the trio, but it reminds me of Triumph, Rush, ZZ Top, all your three men bands, and one of the songs that my friend Hopper wrote was a Silver Train, and it's sung about how, and then I'm gonna talk about this, how the rail train, there was aimed in Houston. The light rail was aimed to help the poor, but it ruined a lot of businesses and in the process. So it was malfunction throughout, whatever. But we did came out with a cool song called Silver Train. I'm telling you that. Oh my God. I know it. I learned it, but I hadn't tried. Yeah. So it was the main chorus was who's gonna ride, and it was pretty cool. So who's gonna ride? 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 And it was, and so what I found out that is this band we evolved. We're better. It man, I wish Gary could come back from Australia. That's not gonna happen. But as a trio band, uh, man, we sound great and we sound tight. And so, man, I've never been a guitarist, man, but I've been a drummer, rhythm, and hey, you figure out. That's why I bought this Fender guitar, man, and I swear to God, I I bought it for $20, and it was this loose wire, and when I got it fixed, man, I went to Guitar Center, and it's a $200 guitar. Anyway, where's it go? So, but the whole point about this video that I want to do on the Ed Show is that sometimes bands, like the Police, ZZ Top, Rush, a three-man band works out great, but not to say, man. But hopefully one day my homeboy he come back from Australia, and we could do a cool band, But my thing is there's been a lot of three-man bands that are just man, great, great. So we're going on this, and this is gonna be my second show for the Ed Show. So here we go. It's time for the Ed Show. 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 See y'all next time.